Hello. Hi. Ooh. Could you just let me know if you can hear me well? Just in the chat. Ooh. Hmm. Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Yay! Perfect. Just gonna. So I put the playlist in the description, but it's too long. So here's the cacao playlist. That's the playlist for our first part. Then for the second part. And if you want, you can. We'll start in silence unless you want to listen to some music, but I think it's nice to just ground into the space as it is. Okay, here we go. So let's just close our eyes for a moment. Maybe bringing one hand to the heart and one to the belly. And just taking a few deep breaths into the belly, holding the breath at the top, and then exhaling through the mouth with a sigh. And a few more times in your own pace. And with every sigh, you allow the body to soften. And one more time. As you're sitting here, just notice for a moment how you're feeling. In your heart, noticing the hand on your chest. How are you feeling emotionally today, the last week? Taking a deep inhale into your heart here. Exhaling, letting it go. Noticing your hand on the belly as it rises with the inhale and lowers with exhale. From your belly, notice your full body. Scanning the body. Noticing how you're feeling physically today. Sensing any tension somewhere. And this is not to judge, but just to raise some awareness. Deep inhale from the toes all the way up to the crown of your head. Exhale, let it go. Bringing your hands to your head. Maybe massaging your head gently here. And noticing your thoughts. How are you feeling mentally these days? Deep inhale into your head here. Exhale, let it go. Or move the hands away, maybe shake them out. Lowering your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Taking a few breaths here and just imagining how all the pieces of yourself are now coming together here into this time and space for our ceremony. And with the exhale, allow the particles that are not yours to go where they belong. Things you can solve now, people you can help right now, responsibilities that are not yours. Bring the hands to your heart. I'll be opening the space with the arm from the heart, just OM. Allowing it to be soft and the vibration to gently open us up on a mental, emotional, energetic, and physical level. And may this arm go to all the places and people that can benefit from this energy we're creating right now, this vibration. Take a deep inhale in and out. And then inhale for on. What is it that you want to create? What is it that makes your heart feel like on fire? What are your heart desires? Maybe you have pictures now in your mind or words, affirmations, visions. Make this serve as a base for your intention for tonight. Taking one more deep inhale into the heart. Holding at the top. And then exhaling, releasing the hands. Opening the eyes when you're ready. Gazing at the candle flame in front of you. And as you gaze at the candle flame, maybe bring one hand to the heart, one to the earth. Knowing, even though we might not do the ceremony all together in one space, not even at the same time, we are connected. We are connected beyond what we can see and sense with all our senses. Everything is connected, interconnected. So just for a moment, appreciate that we can create way more than we think we're capable of. And when you feel ready, you can maybe look up. Welcome to this ceremony for the Radiant Woman. It's so nice to share this space with you on this full moon in Leo. Oh my gosh. Maybe some of you have been feeling a shift in energy the last days. Maybe just more energy, more creativity, more flow. I've been definitely feeling more on fire and energized than like the whole month of January. So it's a energy that asks us to really tune into our heart and to trust this passion we feel here. You know, these things, some maybe desires, we don't know where they're coming from. We have no idea how they could, be manifested into the world. Like, we don't really know. Like, here wise, like, we can make a plan, we can find solutions. But it's like, can we just like dare to jump once and go on an adventure of our heart? And trust that, and then trust that the path will unfold. And maybe this whole thing is about trusting ourselves, about trusting that this will be the summer, and maybe it's not going to be the final destination, and maybe it's not going to be all rainbow and unicorns and nice, but at least we are not shutting down our hearts. And yeah, we are connected to ourselves, and by being connected to ourselves we can be present with whatever goes around us and inside us, so we know that we can choose, have the power of choice. So um, tonight we'll be starting off with just a little bit about rituals and you know a goddess that I would like to bring in that you can work with. And what is our definition of a radiant woman? I don't know. Maybe you want to tune in what that means for you, and even like write some words down. And how does a radiant woman for you look? How does she smell? How does she talk? How are you feeling the most radiant and the most in your feminine and just like enjoying life and feeling vibrant and alive? So I feel like sitting at home a lot and not really going out, not socializing, not even going out for work. It's like can be very like the same, and we might feel like it's not worth dressing up, making our space beautiful, and put some extra effort or energy into just like creating a beautiful space for ourselves and doing things for ourselves just for the sake of doing it because it's nice and we enjoy it. So how can we bring this more into this mundane pandemic life that might not be that exciting? Getting flowers. It's very simple. I know it's not the most sustainable thing to do in winter, but I really felt a day like I need some roses. I need some color in my living room, and I can't see anywhere the white outside or the gray. Some brightness, candles and scents we enjoy. Maybe it's vanilla, it's flower scents. It's you know do whatever you need to do. Take self baths. Imagine you're in the ocean and swimming. So there are like many things we can do to make us feel better. And yeah, that's like one thing about rituals and about being a walking ceremony. Or we just like had another talk before, like how can we be a moving prayer? And what does that even mean? So channeling that and just noticing around you what are places that are not beautiful in your home and you can make them more beautiful. Um, so I'll just give you a moment here. Maybe you want to write some things down. It's easy to just talk in a video or in a live. And for a moment, just close your eyes. Maybe take a deep inhale into the heart and out. I would like to share some words with you from the Arabian Sutras. Worship does not mean offering flowers. It means offering your heart to the vast mystery of the universe. It means letting your heart pulse with the life of the universe without thought and without reservation. It means being so in love that you're willing to dissolve and be recreated in every moment. Seeing the magic and beauty in what seems ordinary and, going for an urge to create. That's also this fiery Leo energy asking us, creating and be in places we enjoy. It's like through these times to see what are your close people? Who do you feel inspired by? Who not? So, um, Bhuvaneshwari is a goddess that is also known as the queen of the universe. And, she is like the womb, um, how to say it, like a universal womb that helps us to create. She gives birth to our ideas and visions, or at least you can imagine like they can grow in her womb, and it's just like basically the universe itself. And there's like a really beautiful quote, and I'd like to read it to you. The heart is where the infinite space hides within us, and it is the real seat of the Divine Mother. So, how can we create the space for us and for our visions and our heart desires and what we need, what our bodies need, what our minds need? Uh, and I know like this is not always easy because we have this idea how things should be, or we're like so used to things in a way that we're like, oh, wait a moment, I forgot I can choose something else actually. And I can reprogram my habits and like, even if it's winter and I'm used to work a lot and work lots of hours, like, do I really have to do that every evening? How come in summer it works? Like, can I work less in summer? I don't know how it's for you, but I do work less in summer. I chill more, and still I get to, you know, to do everything like on my to-do list somehow, which looks just like from a more nurtured space, more inspired space. Um, yeah. So I just have a question for you. Maybe you do want to journal on that, and it's, where do you set your limits, and where are you stealing from your own creativity? I mean, creativity, it's not just like, creating paintings and, doing craft. It's like creating in life, from the big things to the small things. what are the things that occupy you? And you might as well do a list, like what are the things you do every day, or you do on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, a yearly basis, and which are the things that you'd like to do, and are they like balanced, the things you do and the things you would like to do, and how can you add more of those to that other list? And just close your eyes, take a deep inhale into the chest, hold the breath. And exhale. I'd just like to share some words with you. Space is peace, rest, repose, and perfect equanimity. By creating space, we release ourselves from stress and tension, which are forms of narrowness, reaction, and attachment. This is part of the grace of the goddess Bhuvaneshwari. Those seeking the supreme peace should worship her, because she is the power of infinite wideness, equanimity, and peace that has the power to bear all things and which can't be stained or disturbed by nothing. Oh, that's a kind of interesting one. So just take one more moment if you want to write something down to this part before we move to our intention. So when you look at where you need more space and also at what makes you feel radiant, what makes you feel good, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be necessary or important for what you think it should be, but just like what feels good. And what is it that you think you need to allow yourself more? So let's put that in an intention, a permission slip. I am allowed to put on all my golden jewelry today, just because. I allow myself to choose joy. And it could even be a question. Does this feel liberating? Is this inspiring or tiring? This can be things that are going to help us in our day-to-day life that are going like, should I be doing that or not? And especially if there is the should, you might want to consider not doing it. Because I like to say that should is a really heavy burden to carry around. And actually, Tara, that is live with us now, she had a really good sentence today, and it's: Are you expanding or contracting? How can we choose more joy, lightness, and grace? So, okay. So choose one sentence or question that you wanna, stick everywhere and use as a guidance for decision making. Should I wear this skirt or this skirt this morning? Should I wear my pajamas or should I, put on this amazing dress that I plan to wear in a restaurant, on date night? It's like, okay, what makes me feel more radiant? Maybe one day it's pajamas and the other day it's gonna be the dress. And like, okay, fine, I'm gonna sit in an amazing dress and do home office in it. Like, why not? Like, who said that's not possible? It's like, okay, there's so many shoulds and limits we put on ourselves, and some are like ridiculous. Like, who said that's a rule? Maybe you can just break it, and probably nothing bad's gonna happen. Rather, good things. Yeah. You can try to choose something that can feel slightly out of comfort zone, but also like absolutely yes from the heart. And if you're not sure, just close your eyes and trust what resonates the most in the heart. And if you have one sentence, take a paper and write it down big and put it, in front of you so you can see it. And the card that I pulled for tonight is I surge on the uprising wave of love. I surge on the uprising wave of love. Super nice. So we'll be slowly moving into our cacao ceremony. If you don't have cacao, that's completely fine. You can also just grab a glass of water or tea. Of course, like cacao has amazing medicinal properties, but we can, give thanks to anything, and actually, why not? And this is a beautiful, simple ritual, and imagining how you're, filling the things up that you wanna take in with what you would like to invite in more in your life. Happy radiance, joy, um, whatever you need, you can charge up your water with that. It can be as simple in your prayer. So if you want, you can start playing the cacao playlist if you want. And bringing your cup to your chest. Noticing your breath, your posture, your face expression, and align them with your intention. Repeat your intention 3 times internally, or actually, you could even just say it aloud or sing it. Yeah, maybe you want to sing your intention. So as we hold our cup, notice the smell. Calling in the spirit of cacao to support us on this journey back to our hearts, back to tea, press, nourishment, to inspiration and uplifting from deep within. Letting our cells be recharged with radiance, with love, joy, and lightness. Allowing ourselves to feel joy, to feel freedom, to feel grace. Allowing ourselves to slow down and tune in. And as we rest, we can manifest. Calling in the spirit of cacao to support us in appreciating beauty, in remembering to breathe, knowing this is the nectar of life. Giving thanks to the earth, giving thanks to the people, giving thanks to everyone involved, bringing our cacao and the herbs and the water we enjoy. Giving thanks to our breath, our hearts beating, our souls, each other. May we remember who we truly are. Let medicine be medicine and not turn it into poison. As we call in the spirits of the light, the spirits of the earth, of all the directions, all the magic beings, the fairies, all the light beings, the archangels, angels, guardian angels. Maybe hear our heart's desires, and maybe have the courage to act on them. Take a moment for your own inner prayer here and who you want to invite to this space. Maybe inhale into the heart and exhale your attention into the cup. Drink whenever you feel like. Feel free to listen to the music for a moment now. Even make it louder. And as you're drinking, or maybe you finish drinking, just gently start to circle your upper body to bring some movement in your head, the neck, your face, the jaw. If your hands are free, you can bring your hands to the knees and go through seated cat and cows. So inhaling, opening the chest, exhaling, rounding the back, creating space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, opening, exhaling, rounding. Do this in your own pace for a few breaths. And then for a moment, find stillness here. Repeat your intention 3 times. Giving thanks to the spirit of the calm. And to all the spirits and energies of light we call in to support us on this journey. Connecting to our hearts. And resting deeply. Allowing ourselves to radiate. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes and just gaze at a candle flame in front of you. From here, we'll be making our way into our Yoga Nidra journey to receive our heart's message. For that, you might want to put on some socks, you're gonna jumper, have something to cover your eyes, maybe even a blanket for your body, as we'll be lying flat on our backs. If you want some extra support for your lower back, you can roll up a blanket and place it under your knees. Unless, of course, you have a bolster at home, so you can use that too. You can also start playing the Yoga Nidra playlist as you slowly getting in your place. Remember, move as you're already living your intention. Okay, and lay down onto your back. Allowing your legs to be extended on the floor, letting the feet fall out. And maybe for a moment take a full stretch here. Deep inhale, exhale, and let your body relax. Repeat one more time. Inhale, stretch. Hold your back at the top. Exhale, release. One more time. Okay, bring your arms next to your body, palms facing up. Maybe walking the shoulder blades away from each other, tucking the chin slightly in and covering your eyes here. Let's give you a few more moments. You can just notice your breath here, allowing your breath to flow naturally. We'll now go on our Yoga Nidra journey, allowing ourselves to rest deeply, enjoy being, and recharging so that we can radiate from within. Bring your awareness to your heels touching the floor, your ankles, your lower legs, from the ankles to the knees, your knees, your upper legs from the knees to the hip joint, your glutes, your hips, sinking deeper into the floor. Bring awareness to your upper body, the front and the back, your lower back, middle back, upper back. Notice your lower belly, your solar plexus and rib cage, your chest, bring awareness to the neck and how your neck is holding together your head and the rest of the body. Notice the head and how it sinks deeper into the floor like a heavy watermelon. And the skin on your head, the hair, forehead, maybe one of your hair touching your forehead here. Notice your eyebrows, your eyes, and how your eyes are sinking deeper into the eye socket. Notice your nose, cheeks, your ears, jaw, lips, tongue, chin. Notice your throat, shoulders, and how they're sinking towards the floor. As we bring awareness to our arms, our upper arms, from the shoulders to the elbows, our elbows, our lower arms, from the elbows to the wrists, your wrists, the palm of your hands, the front and the back, your fingers. Notice your full body lying here on the floor. With every exhale, it becomes heavy, sinking into the mat. I will count now from 1 to 5. When you hear 5, you will feel deeply rested, relaxed, and your awareness is going to rise. Mind is clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring now your awareness to your lower arms, to the part beneath your skin. Notice if you can feel bubbles under your skin, or just a sensation of warmth. Imagine it's like a bottle of champagne popping up, and all these bubbles are moving towards your fingertips. This is your energetic body. Even though your physical body is not moving, there is still movement happening on some level. Bringing awareness to your physical and energetic body is relaxing. We'll now go on our journey to receive our heart's message. Imagine yourself standing in front of the entrance or gate of a beach. Have a look at your feet and your clothes, if you're wearing any. Lift your gaze high and just look around, noticing the sky, the trees, the plants, the season you're in, and the temperature and time of the day. And then start walking on and into the beach, by the water, noticing the sea, the ocean, its smell, color, listening to the gentle waves. And as you keep walking, notice if this is a rocky or sandy beach. Just keep going for this beach walk, noticing if there are any birds, butterflies, dragonflies, any sounds you can hear. You keep walking until you find a spot that you really like. And maybe that spot is showing towards the ocean, so you can sit down to the sand. Placing your hands onto the sand. And here, start digging a hole. As you dig the hole, you'll encounter a box. Just notice the color, the material, and the size of this box. It's easy to open this box. And when you open this box, you'll receive your heart's message. So whenever you're ready, you can open it. Even seemingly empty or closed boxes contain a message, and it will be revealed to you when you're ready. So with your message, I will leave you for a moment in silence. If you want, you can imagine healing white light shining from the sky into the top of your head, shining through your whole body, through every single cell, bringing radiance and healing, recharging you. I will leave you now in silence and then talk again to you. Maybe continue to integrate all the messages, healing, visions, ideas, downloads that are still happening, that are still needed. Maybe let go and release and forget about we don't need what has passed, what has served us till now, but not anymore. May we continue to grow, build, trust ourselves, and connect to our hearts. I will count now from 5 to 1. When you hear 1, you'll feel radiant, relaxed, recharged, centered, calm, deeply nourished, and ready to deal with your day-to-day life. Feeling joyful about life. 5. Take 2 deep breaths. 4. Notice the oxygen running through your body. 3. Start moving your toes, your fingers, and the head. 2. Take a stretch, extend your arms over the head. 1. Bend your knees and hug them into your chest. And roll over to one side. Open your eyes here. Welcome back into the space. Finding your way into a seated position. Or maybe lying on your belly and taking your journal here and just write things down that you do remember. Please know, if you don't remember a certain video and you've forgotten about it, trust that if it's important, it will reappear. If not, let it go. So now is the moment to just close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep inhale into the heart. Exhale, let it go. Before we embark on the last part, um, you might want to just let some fresh air in, have a sip of water. Okay. So we'll do the first part of our dance journey together, but then I will let you finish your journey on your own. You can dance for how long you want. The playlist is 1 hour, and you can go as wild as you want. Maybe you have noise canceling headphones or like the small headphones that you can put in your ears, and you can just like let yourself dance, even if it's just like for 10 minutes. But maybe you want to take this time to really dance, because you've created now the space for you. And whenever you finish your dance journey, finish by slowly coming back onto the earth and laying down onto the floor and really, just like
take a moment of rest in Shavasana, integrating the journey. So we'll do some warm up together and then we'll close the first part of the ceremony and then you close your ceremony again by giving thanks. Maybe you want to but just like do something that symbolizes thank you. I'm closing the space. It's very important. We often start things and either we don't finish them or we just kind of like put them aside, but it's kind of not finished yet, but we don't know. It's like, let's make more clear cuts. Of course, some things they're fluid, they come and go, but when we know we're not gonna finish something, let's just free ourselves from it. Let's like let it be, and especially with ceremonial spaces, have a start, have the ceremony, and then close it. And it's important also to give thanks to the spirits that came and then to let them, go again. And you like can receive messages, but you're not carrying this like just open ceremonial space with you and you're attracting all kind of energies that we don't want. So, okay, for our dance journey, before we play the playlist, I know you might not see my head, but let's just like shake our body here, just like be like kind of in our knees soft, and we can hang our head forward. It's like just like shaking it out, no matter how it looks, shaking the feet, the hands, the fingers. And now let's inhale our arms up, and then as we exhale, we're gonna stick our tongue out and like, just like make this amazing sound that opens our throat so we can really warm up. So inhale, arms up, and exhale. One more time. And one more time. So shake, shake, shake. Stamp your feet here, please. Stamp your feet. Just like warm it up and shake the body. Everything, everything in your body should kind of shake and move and vibrate. You're like bringing aliveness into our body here. And now let's do something weird, some weird faces, some weird movement, something that feels awkward. Yes. And I bring the hands to touch the floor. And slowly lower down, taking your feet slightly wider so you can come in a squat. Toes are pointing outwards. Bringing your hands in prayer. And helping you to open your knees. Gently roll your back here. Inhale, open the heart. Just gonna do a gentle twist here. So hold your arms here as you inhale your left hand towards the back of the room. Take a few deep breaths here. Twisting. Exhaling, coming back. And moving to the opposite side. Deep breaths. And come back. Okay. So, just for a moment, I want to say thank you for sharing this part of the journey with me. And just remember your intention here and let your intention shine through this journey. So we'll stay a few more moments together. So we get into the dancing. So please, you might want to take off some clothes, feeling already a little bit warmed up. And then let's start the music playing and lie on the floor. So we start on the floor and from there we're gonna rise. And I'll do the first part with you. You don't actually have to watch me do anything. From here, the journey will just go in your own pace and time, and it's best to not watch the time. But the playlist is like built very grounding, then there's a peak, and then we go ground again. So in case you wanna, finish earlier, you just go towards the like last four songs or three or just even two or one, just so you know. So maybe you wanna for a moment just share in the chat something, I don't know, your maybe intention or some words of wisdom or something you read, a poem, I don't know, just as inspiration if you feel like, yeah, that came to you. Of course, if there's nothing, that's completely fine. Stay in your process, and yeah, let's start playing the Radiantly Dance playlist. Ah. I release everything that prevents me from being my most truest self. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. Mm, wow. Mine currently is I trust the process, I trust my heart, I trust the Divine Mother. So, ladies, let's play the music. You can just click on the last playlist and just lay on the floor however you want. And I'm gonna join you. I'll be muting myself so I can play music. But yeah, just like thank you for being here and join this full moon together.